Good afternoon. I'm Michael Buster, and I'm going to give a brief high-level overview of our USDA Partnerships for Data Innovations, or PDI project. If after today's session you want to know more about PDI, please send an email to pdi@usda.gov. Whether our research data are in green lab journals, binders, or Excel spreadsheets, there is no hiding from the fact that conducting research today requires an ever-increasing volume of data. Not just expanding data, but data volumes that grow exponentially, from megabytes to gigabytes to terabytes to petabytes. Because of this volume of data, we are able to conduct much more complex and integrated analysis, typically via multidisciplinary or transdisciplinary teams across numerous research locations. This new way of conducting research is increasingly powerful with great and innovative results. But I don't have to tell you that there are many bottlenecks everywhere in the system. And navigating around these obstacles takes your time, tests your patience, and often limits your productivity and impact. I'm certain if you collect, manage, or move data, you have probably bumped up against some of these roadblocks. Data silos keep you from sharing or accessing data. Transferring data from notebooks can lead to numbers being transposed or results in other data anomalies. Once we get data into a digital form, we save it, and we save it again and again, creating inefficiencies in the movement and storage of information. Terabytes of valuable legacy data are hidden in binders on isolated bookshelves. When we send our samples out for external analysis, we give up control, potentially introducing additional inconsistencies. But that problem is not only for external labs. Often our internal laboratory procedures are not consistent either. And often our procedures require technicians to touch a single sample dozens of times throughout the process, resulting in operational and analytical inefficiencies. The USDA PDI initiative is focused on identifying or developing innovative data management solutions that can be deployed and maintained on a national scale. A year ago, we launched a data management streamlining effort called Partnerships for Data Innovations, or PDI. PDI was developed because agricultural researchers and our industry stakeholders have questions like, why don't we standardize our data collection methods? Why don't we integrate our data in a cloud platform? Why don't we integrate our agricultural production and conservation management tools and outreach materials in a common cloud platform? Why aren't we using more automated data collection, processing, storing, and distribution methods? Our agricultural research communities are asking for solutions to address these issues so we can move agricultural research forward at a more rapid pace. Our stakeholders are asking that we develop these types of systems so they can easily find trustworthy data, decision support tools, and educational materials to help them be more productive while preserving our natural resources. Through PDI, we are working to innovate the way we collect, handle, process, store, analyze, and share data in this new big data world. The effort has resulted in launching a new online workspace for sharing and interacting with multiple data sets. The Agricultural Collaborative Research Outcomes System, or AgCross, is envisioned as a one-stop shop where you can find and share data that are standardized and interoperable. AgCross provides a key way for you to collaborate with other scientists, gather data, and utilize high-performance computing resources. Finally, the PDI effort leverages the power of public-private partnerships, bringing shared tools and resources together to maximize our research relevance and impact. If the PDI initiative is successful, we will leverage the power of network computing and public-private partnerships to create customized solutions that reduce the time our scientists spend on data management so they can spend more time on their science. The project is aimed at increasing efficiencies of data handling through innovation that will improve the way we collect, process, and analyze our data, automation that will decrease data and sample touches and improve processing efficiencies, standardization that ensures our data are high quality and interoperable with other data sets, and integration to expand the power of data sets and increases opportunities for collaboration. By achieving these goals, we can create a living, working data environment that will enhance research across all of our research institutions and organizations. We can develop tools, models, and decision support technologies that are more interconnected and more easily updated and maintained. The working data environment will serve as a multi-location, multidisciplinary network that leverages new platforms to greatly increase the impact of our research for our colleagues, collaborators, private partners, and the American farmers and ranchers. These are lofty goals, and they're not going to be achieved overnight or on an island. To achieve these goals, we are going to have to work as a community. In addition, we need solutions today, not 5 or 10 years from now. The PDI leadership team has set some lofty goals and short timelines that will only be achieved through collaborations and partnerships. As previously stated, the PDI initiative was officially started in June of 2019. And since then, the initiative has been highlighted at 4 high-profile events. The ARS National Programs hosted a by-invitation-only event on October 7, 2019, to introduce the PDI to leadership of various USDA agencies and the upper leadership of some of our private partners. On October 8, 2019, Microsoft CEO highlighted PDI in his opening talk at the 2019 Government Leaders Summit in Washington, D.C. In February 2020, PDI was the featured plenary presentation at the ESRI Federal GIS Conference in Washington, D.C. On July 13, 2020, PDI received a Special Achievement in GIS Award from ESRI at the Virtual Users Conference. To me, the number one question for any project is, who are the stakeholders? Who are the customers? To me, the PDI target customers are clear. Our number one customer is our in-house research teams. Our number two target customers are collaborators. Nearly all of our ARS research units work with collaborators. So if the PDI solutions do not work for these collaborators, then the solutions don't work for our ARS researchers. Number three, our stakeholders and customers linked to our research institutions. And finally, ARS and USDA administration. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to dive deep into the schematic, so I will discuss it at a high level. Items in the green boxes represent data management solutions that PDI is actively working on today. These include expansion of the AgCross data platform, developing linkages to external data platforms such as Ag Data Commons, NOAA, USGS, and others, developing customized data collection apps for observational data, evaluating connectivity solutions to improve the transmission of data from the field to the cloud, developing linkages between continuous monitoring systems and AgCross, developing optimized regional laboratories for common sample analysis. The boxes in red are things to come. We will likely start on some of these in 2020. The Decision Support Informatics Platform, or DSI, is something that I'm excited about, and I will touch on briefly in a few minutes. We have Microsoft TV Whitespace technology installed at our Beltsville location. Our current goals are to conduct a spectrum evaluation at 5 additional ARS sites, hopefully later this summer. Once we have this information, we'll be working with Microsoft to develop concepts to solve some of our data communication issues. We are developing a PDI regional manure plant soil and water laboratory at University Park, Pennsylvania. ARS has made a large investment in this laboratory to optimize the sample analysis process by eliminating equipment bottlenecks, minimizing sample handling, and developing software to minimize data touches. Our goals are to increase the capacity at this laboratory by about 10-fold. When fully operational, this laboratory will be a huge resource to our LTAR network and others within ARS seeking common manure, plant, soil, and water analysis. We are developing customized tools to capture field management data. This data is stored on the cloud and available to local users with permissions. PDI has developed customized apps for citrus production, which are being used by researchers, APHIS inspectors, producers, and funding agency staff. We are also developing customized field management data collection apps. The goals of these apps are to more accurately capture the management activities that occur on our research fields, make the data available to our researchers and research community instantaneously, assuming we have connectivity, and digitally preserve this information. Next, I will show you a quick video of the Citrus app. Through this video, I hope to give you a quick feel for the data input apps that PDI is developing. They are customized apps for targeted end user groups. For this specific app, the target end users are citrus producers and APHIS personnel. The PDI tech team worked with the end users to develop a list of field management data that were to be collected, and then developed a data flow layout. The tech team developed a beta version of the app, which was used in follow-up discussions with the end users. Then the end users and the tech team had weekly calls to fine-tune the app. Once the end users were happy with the app, it was published and ready for use. Typically, this process takes a month to 3 months depending on the end user group. A core value of PDI is giving credit where credit is due. In this video, we are looking at a story map of an organic amendments project out of Fort Collins, Colorado. Once we have research data in AgCross, our researchers want to visualize the data and inspect the data for possible errors. To do this, we use customized insight dashboards. We have the ability to develop dashboards to meet a wide range of our researchers' needs. For example, in this interactive dashboard with drill down capabilities, the researcher notices a potential data error. If the researcher has permissions, they can enter into the N2O dashboard that has a Survey 123 app embedded within the dashboard. The researcher can highlight the replication with the error, scroll down to the measurement parameter with the error, and make correction, and then submit the update. The change is logged in AgCross along with a date, time, and user identified with the change. These dashboards are fairly easy to create. The challenge is figuring out exactly what a research community or a group of researchers wants to visualize. In this video, we are going through the AgCross interface to a specific research project in Beltsville, Maryland. In this project, we are overlaying Venus satellite, AgVoice, unmanned ground vehicle, and continuous monitoring data. Here we are going to zoom into the scientist observational data collected through the AgVoice technology. Now we are looking at some real-time soil moisture data being relayed through Microsoft FarmBeats platform. We also provide the ability to bring the data from equipment-mounted sensors. All of this information is brought into a geospatial platform in separate data layers. Using the AgCross platform, we link to external sources such as Venus satellite data, where we are overlaying Venus NDVI data. PDI's role in this process was to help the scientists develop the data management solutions to standardize, integrate, and automate their data collection so they could focus on refining the machine learning models and their other science objectives. This slide is messy, but I wanted to make the point that our agricultural researchers develop a large number of models, decision support tools, outreach materials, and other products. The challenge can be extremely difficult for our stakeholders to find these outstanding resources. The goal of the Decision Support Informatics Platform, or DSI platform, is to create a one-stop shop for stakeholders to find our researchers and the incredible products that they are developing. This will not be an easy task. We will lean heavily on our private partners such as Esri and Microsoft to help us develop these customized solutions. Imagine our stakeholders having a single platform that they could visit to get information. For example, say we have a stakeholder that is interested in locating reservoir and water resource experts. They could click on the expert icon on the DSI platform, search for reservoirs and water resources, and they would see a list of experts from ARS, universities, and other government agencies. Let's go one step further. Imagine a stakeholder with interest in earthen dams goes into the DSI platform. They would click on the Decision Support Tools icon and enter the search term dams. Then the DSI platform would provide this stakeholder a direct access to the publicly available Decision Support Tools for dams. I know I've heard from numerous stakeholders that they would like to see a common platform like DSI developed. PDI also develops solutions for day-to-day administrative related activities such as safety. ARS Check is a product of PDI. It is a contact tracing application designed to collect information about staff, contractors, and visitors as they return to the ARS workplace during the COVID-19 pandemic. Users are first presented with a wellness check where they read through possible COVID-19 symptoms and indicate whether they are experiencing any of these symptoms. Answering no to the questionnaire allows the users to enter important contact tracing information, including buildings and rooms entered using QR codes posted at the rooms and building entrances. Users also indicate others encountered throughout their workday so that if in the event an employee developing symptoms, the space they entered can be properly cleaned and those that they have interacted with can be notified. In the event a user responds yes to the wellness check, they are presented with instructions and are asked not to enter ARS buildings and to seek instructions from a supervisor. A yes response also triggers a series of automated emails and text messages to identify points of contact who will follow up with the user to provide additional support and instruction. Overall, this application was designed as an easy-to-use tool that will help keep the ARS community safe and healthy. The PDI board includes Darren Harmel with the USDA ARS in Fort Collins, Colorado, Jim Eppolito with Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado, Jia-Young Sun with George Mason University in Fairfax, Virginia, Marlon Eve with USDA ARS in Beltsville, Maryland, Pete Kleiman with USDA ARS in University Park, Pennsylvania, Sarah Bebout with USDA ARS in Beltsville, Maryland, and myself. This is just a glimpse of the PDI initiative. We understand that there are many real-world challenges that researchers face every day related to data. PDI is interested in learning about these challenges and working with you to create tools to solve these challenges. At the end of the day, PDI is interested in developing solutions to decrease the time researchers are spending on data management so they can spend more time on research. The PDI has a vision. It is not a vision of IT or computer programming. It's not even a vision for data management. It is a vision of producers and consumers benefiting from expanded research and data collaborations. It's enabling collaborative research and precision agricultural management through data innovation, automation, standardization, and integration. Thank you for your time this afternoon.